Right, so this is Vibe Saying 5, Ghana's only social media celeb talk show. When you see me, you know what's about to go down. Another time for promotion, another time for brand elevation. My name is Arnold, Mensa Elavanyo. You can always call me, bro, you see me, bro, you see me. This show is sponsored by Awo Komi, Ghana's only, you know, like I keep saying, Ghana's only accepted kinky brand. Like, yeah, you go feature up any kinky, but Awo Komi be the kinky. It's 10 Ghana cedis per box. And again, we are held down by Plenu. It's your online marketing site where it is okay for business owners to register their businesses on Plenu. All you have to do is to go to Google app and download the Plenu app. Get your business registered on it, and then it opens you up for, you know, buyers from Ghana and internationally. So you get local buyers and foreign buyers all on Plenu app. So if you're a business owner, this is the time for you to jump onto the Plenu app, download it, and register now. My name is Arnold, Mensa Elavanyo. My costume is provided by Which One Clothing. Call him on 05011555602. I have Grammy Awards nominee Rocky Dawuni. You're having some time with me on the show today. We'll be talking about his upcoming album, his new single, and then we get back into his Branch of the Same Tree album, which got him the Grammy nominations. Stick around. I think this is the second time I'm having the legend himself on the show. You know, the first time we had first interview was at Alliance Française, I think 3 years ago.
Yes.
And we're back on Vibes in 5 one more time. The legendary Grammy Awards nominee, Rocky Dawuni, hails from Ghana. He's doing exploits in the world. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, brother. It's
nice
so
one.
good to see you
Yeah,
again.
it's so good to see you again.
How's everything?
Everything is good. We're
beautiful,
good. We are grinding.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yes, that's all we can
keep
do.
Within the process, keep grinding.
Very important.
Yes,
very important. Okay, so let's start from Branches of the Same Tree before we come to your new single, which is off another album.
Yes.
How did it go, Branches of the Same Tree?
Well, Branches of the Same Tree was, a very pivotal album for me, and also a very pivotal album too for Ghanaian music.
Right.
First of all, it was an album that my years of experimenting with reggae and African music, high life and Afrobeat, I finally made an album that seamlessly blended, those two elements in a way that, and it also had great songwriting and production and great promotion around it and great videos for African Thriller. So when the album came out, the album was a favorite of a lot of the critics, and so with that album too, what happened was that it got nominated for a Grammy Award, which also happened to be the first for our country. Yeah. So I see it as an album that has put a certain marker, a place for me as an artist, and then also the industry that I represent, and also putting the world too on notice that Ghana music has arrived, but not arrived in every level of the game.
But then it has arrived anyways.
Yes, it has arrived anyway, and I'm just coming, but it's a movement that is coming, you know. Right. So it's not just me, but it's a whole lot of amazing talent and musicians and artists here who are worthy of the same thing, who are all coming. So I see myself more as opening the door.
Right. So Branches of the Same Tree, did you have some co-writers or everything was done by you?
Everything, Branches of the Same Tree was, the album was written
entirely by yourself?
Yeah. But I wrote, that's not completely true, because I wrote a lot of songs, but I did a few covers. Right. There was one Bob Marley cover, where I did an Afrobeat version of Get Up, Stand Up, and also a song that was a Bob Marley unreleased song too that I called Butterfly that I had worked on a while ago that was on the album. But aside from these two, every other song was written by me. And did it open great doors for you? Yes, I mean it's taken your music and of course Ghana music industry to a certain pedestal. But aside from that, and the Grammy, did the Grammy come with certain favors that the thing is that not music related? Yeah, the thing is that it just, in the long run, when you go and sleep in your own house, you don't carry, it doesn't follow you everywhere you go. It's an accolade, but you still have to step in and still do the work. So for me, it never made me feel like I'm entitled to anything. It just made me feel like, okay, great. there's been an acknowledgement. So that means that I need to work harder.
You need to work harder.
I need to work harder. I need to be fearless in as an artist in terms of what I want to do. I need to be fearless in what I want to communicate. I need to be fearless in also the message that I'm trying to, communicate. In terms of bringing people together, putting out a much more positive energy out there. Because I feel that those are the elements that are the key to my success so far. So those elements have always been an integral part of my music.
Of your music. But can one stay in Ghana, do music in a very industry, and still achieve, laurels like you have to the Grammy level? Can you stay in Ghana, do music in Ghana, and get to the Grammy level?
Well, these days, you have the internet, so the music is even traveling farther than when I started. I had to go there to go and break the door to enter. But now you can be here, you put the record out, the following day, you don't need a door. You circumvent the door into all the people.
Wow. So would it have been easier for you if you had stayed here?
I would say that the time that I was working here, all the doors got closed, because I couldn't get a producer to put out the record. Everywhere I went, because the producers were running, so everywhere you went, everybody would tell you, no, this reggae music, the kind of music you're playing, is not going to sell and all that. So I knew that I had to do it on my own terms, and to do it on my own terms, it required the resources to do it. So I try to find the resources here, travel, go find a job, work in the US, and then also go to intern in a record label. So for me, the education part was important, which most people, they are artists, but they don't educate themselves as to the industry. I went to learn the art of promotion and all that by interning with a record label and working in college radio promotion. So with that knowledge, I started my own label. So my own imprint, and I knew that and I came to Ghana, recorded my album, and put it on my own label, and started pushing and growing organically there by myself.
So, and then having been nominated at the Grammys, does it make you feel like you now have the key to get subsequent nominations?
I don't think it's guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
No.
It's not something you can know that, okay, I did this, I did that, I released my album here, and so it got me there. And if I want to be there again, I need to release it here again. Have you gotten some strategies?
No strategy, but the thing is that once you've gone in there, obviously there's going to be ears. You're going to have a certain number of ears who know, oh, there's a new record from you. They're gonna pay attention to it. So it's like not, building to get over something, and then you get there and you can see the perspective beyond, So now it's like if the music comes out, the networks in which the music goes, the people who are still fans of my music, and then some of them, because the Academy, the voters are mostly musicians, producers, so they are peers. So it's like very critical people, So if you have like a fan base, there are people who gravitate towards your music. Obviously, if something new comes there,
they'll definitely pay attention. But did that nomination affect your charge? Your charges when it comes to shows?
I never really saw it, in terms of, I just went out there and did what I did. I mean, obviously, my booking agencies will try to get, whatever they can, in terms of, using that as a leverage. As a leverage. Yeah, as a leverage for, but for me personally,
you didn't see the difference.
I didn't, there was some difference, but I really didn't see that much of like a big difference, because, you're operating where you're operating, I was already operating in that space of, an international artist and also a global artist, and getting, to play some very prestigious concerts, and it just increased that, increased the opportunity for me to do more of that,
So now you can comfortably, describe yourself as a global artist because you've been there, you've got into the Grammys. Is there another stage that you're yearning for, which is perhaps bigger than the Grammys, that you haven't gotten to?
Well, the thing is that I never started to make music for awards, you see, so awards don't, and sometimes, even many times, I don't put my music in even when it's like certain awards, but for such high profile, global platforms to recognize, and even it started with Hymns for the Rebel Soul, because Hymns for the Rebel Soul was also nominated for NAACP Image Award for Best World Music Album.
Right.
So that was also a very, very big
scheme.
And then also it got me my name in the circles of even the African American, you know, music aficionado, you know, tastemaker world, you know, because it was, you know, it was a very high profile recognition.
Right.
So the thing is, I just try to challenge myself and create new ideas, bring new ideas into my music, push new boundaries, expand.
So awards is really not your focus.
Yeah, my focus.
But if it comes, that's fine.
Yeah, it comes. You know, I just want to create exciting new music. You know, collaborate with. You know, like right now, you know, there's just so many amazing Ghanaian musicians here, and I'm so excited to kind of be back home.
Who would you want to collaborate with?
Oh man, the list is long. I mean,
off the top of your
from
mind.
Shatta Wale to Kwesi Arthur, you know, to what's his name, to Episode. Episode is one of the artists that I love. I already collaborated with Sarkodie, Stone Boy, Samini, Wiala.
But you're yet to do Shatta Wale, Kwesi Arthur, Episode, and some of the Afro-pop artists.
Yes, some of the emerging. I mean, obviously, R2B's too is like one of my favorites. I mean, R2B is the real deal.
It's the real deal. You'd love to do something with R2B.
Yeah, I love those guys and their music, and they're just very, very creative, you know. And you know, for me, there's Yapono.
Yapono. You know. Now, from what you're seeing, you know, back home and out of your experience, do you see a lot more Ghanaian musicians breaking into the Grammys boundaries?
It's opened.
It's open now.
It's fair game now.
Right.
Because as you can see, it was even Hymns for the Rebel Soul, Branches was in the Billboard charts, and since then, what has happened? You see how many Ghanaian albums have happened over there? Since Branches was nominated for a Grammy, you see how many Ghanaian reggae artists all of a sudden Jamaicans are taking interest in, because it's opened a lot of doors. It's changed perceptions. It's made more eyeballs now pay attention. So every artist right now that is pushing is not going to have to go through that long arc.
Wow.
And also because there is the internet right now to accessibility for everybody outside is easy.
So it makes it easier.
Makes it much easier, because at first you had to travel to America, go find where that guy meets his girlfriend and pretend like
you're one of them.
Yeah, you are there, then you come there and say, hey Charlie, I know you be that guy.
Now let's talk about ambassadorial deals.
Actually, they're ambassador for the Global Alliance
for Environment.
The Clean Cooking Alliance. That's what it's called.
Okay.
So I'm a global ambassador for the Clean Cooking Alliance, and I'm also the Goodwill Ambassador for United Nations Environment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
and
I have those.
What responsibilities come with that?
Their responsibilities come with in terms of using, because most of them they're all very environmental and social action based, but at the same time too, like for Global Alliance for Clean Cook Stoves is Clean Cooking Alliance is about bringing, you know, changing the dynamics of cooking from you know, rudimentary stoves and burning fossil fuels, and you know, which creates a lot of toxic smoke, which has been responsible for a lot of, you know, black carbon and you know, climate change, you know, the atmosphere heating and all that. You know, it's these stoves. Once you're able to transition to a cleaner burning source of fuel, you're able to kind of reduce all these elements. And in doing so too, because when you look globally, how many people cook with that? It's a lot of amount of stuff that is being, so it impacts so many areas, from the environment, because less trees will be cut.
Yeah.
Most women wouldn't guess it, because most of women are cooking. And then also the opportunity for new businesses and investment and all that. And then for the UN mandate, being a Goodwill Ambassador for United Nations for Environment too is also my passion for the environment, and also my passion to really encourage all of us to take care of our waterways, plant trees, not cut trees, you know, clean the ocean of the plastics, you know. Literally, Ghana, we need to get rid of plastics, you know, and try to position our country in a way that, you know, we can create a great model for sustainable development.
And that's definitely going to make you keep coming back home more.
Well, I'm based now.
You're based now.
I'm based here
and
now.
Instead, you travel.
I travel outside, and I have my foundation too.
Right.
That is just getting ready to launch, and my foundation is based right here too.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now back to your next project, which is your next album, which will be out in March, I guess.
Yes.
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 And there's
8th.
a single. There's a single on it that
Yes.
you're promoting.
Yes.
What's that single?
The single is called Beats of Zion, and Beats of Zion is the concept is seeing Africa and Ghana as Zion, Africa and Ghana as the promised land for not only us but also a lot of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora who right now most of them are looking for a sign, you know, a call, a certain beacon to know that Africa is ready for them too, because when you look, even in America, what is going on politically, people who've lived here, who've lived there from, you know, whose ancestors were brought there through slavery, African Americans, are going through a time when even their contributions to America is being questioned, you know, by certain elements, you know. So there is an onslaught of, shall I say, negative hatred, you know, racism that's going on all around the world. And I feel that Africa we have to position our ways to stand for our brothers and sisters over there.
And that's why that single came.
Single Beats of Zion is
Beats of Zion.
It's about the call.
Right.
Because the beat started with a drum.
Okay.
The first communities were created when the drum beat came and everybody gathered. So it's about
a call to come together and stand for
the gathering, and then also to put everybody out there on notice that it's time.
It's time.
Yeah, let's reconnect. It's a year of return. It begins from now, and it doesn't stop. You know, we have to reconnect. It's Sankofa. We live in the
Sankofa era.
Sankofa
so
era.
That single is out.
The single's out today.
Yes.
Today.
With a video?
Yeah, with a video.
With a video. So video and audio all out.
All out today. All out today.
You know, Beats of Zion.
Beats of Zion.
And the album proper will be released on the 8th of March.
The album comes out on the 8th of March.
On the 8th of March.
And then the single is, you know, readily available here because I feel that we have to also support local businesses. So Uptown in Ghana is also has the single, and we'll have the album too.
Right.
And also have the rest.
But is it going to be a global release on the 8th of March?
Yeah. The single actually, like this global release is going on today.
Okay.
But
for the single.
Yeah, for the single.
For the single. The global release is going on today. And on the 8th, the global release for the album also happens.
Yeah. And then on the 31st, I'm in Los Angeles for the press.
Which of the 31st? March?
This 31st.
This
31st. I'll be in LA for the big celebration of the release of the single too.
Right. And how many songs do you have on the album?
13 songs.
13 songs on the album.
13 songs.
And is it also Grammy targeted?
I'll say that it's a very strong record, you know, and there's no reason why it wouldn't have the same accolades, you know. So
you have some features on it?
Yes, I have Sarkodie on it, the track. I have Stonebwoy on it. I have Wiala on it, and then also a South American rapper called Alika.
Okay.
She raps in Spanish. She's one of the top dancehall stars in Argentina, Colombia, and in the Spanish world.
Wow.
And she also features on the track with me.
Wow. So, but before the main album comes out on the 8th of March, are we going to have a date for pre-order? So people would love to have it even or place their order before the album is out?
Yes, the date for the pre-order for the album is February 8th.
February 8th.
So February 8th.
So exactly 1 month.
1 month before the album launches, it's going to go, pre-order is going to be available. So, you know, everybody that wants to get the record is good to, you know, pre-order it, you know, get in early, you know, because it's a beautiful body of work, and it's also very Ghanaian, and it's part of our legacy here, our musical legacy.
Do you have some local producers on it?
No, because mostly I'm the producer on my records.
Okay.
I produce all my records.
So I produce all your records.
I produce all my records, but I'm very interested in working with a lot of the producers here.
Down here.
There's amazing ones that you know I'm very excited to work to work with. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we should look out for that album.
Yes.
On the 8th of March.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Rocky Dawuni, for being
Thank
on this
you.
one with me. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm sure.
I appreciate to
nice
be here.
one.
Too.
When the album is out proper, I'm sure we'll be back here to talk about it.
Yes. We'll be back making the media rounds too and pushing that.
Definitely. Yes. Right, my name is Arnold Elavanyo. This has been a very short but powerful conversation with Grammy Award nominee Rocky Dawuni. Don't forget the show is brought to you by Awokomi, Ghana's only Kenke brand. It's still out on the market. You can go, have your part of it. 10 Ghana cedis only. We also have Flenu. If you're a business owner, sign up now. Go on Google app and download Flenu app. Download it and get your business onto the app and get to have audiences or buyers from within and without, local and international buyers all over the place. This is Ghana's only social media celeb talk show. Stick around.